Hey everybody, welcome back to what is at this stage low friction Thursday, but it's an extremely high friction Thursday. My thank you to everyone with the help with the PC. It is looking like I'm going to need to try to reinstall the Windows. I was hoping to leave that until the school holidays where I have a bit more time rather than during the work. However, I've been trying to get the filming done today because it's school sports for Mini-Me tomorrow, so I won't be doing my normal low frictionness on the Friday. But I've just spent the last 2 hours trying to get today's fun little vid going. My previous laptop is it's crashed so many times. I've lost all the backups and I just can't even get it to run for more than about 5 minutes whilst trying to film. Before it crashes, it's just going nowhere. So I don't have the. You'll notice there was no intro. So yeah, I don't have the files on my little backup travel laptop here, which I've just installed the video software. Had a bit of fun. Doesn't have enough USB ports. I've had to get a USB hub. I am running out of time, so I'm going to have to rip into today's vid. Apologies if this is the messiest video recording that I have ever done. It's been a bit of a nightmare and lost time to get to this point. I haven't taken a Xanax yet. That may occur during the video. We'll see. Oh, before I forget, so yeah, I noticed recently that we're almost at 10,000 subscribers, which for a strange rambling man talking predominantly about bicycle chain lubrication, I'm pretty pumped. So thank you everyone for helping this little channel get even up to that little milestone. We're almost there. So if you are watching this, if you can remember to subscribe, like, share with your friends, all that sort of stuff, that would be amazing. If we get to over the 10,000 in the next couple of weeks, that'll be, yes, yeah, absolutely super. And thanks everyone for your support. And we generally get a lot of sort of great comments and questions and input on the vids, which I really enjoy. So I do my best to try to answer as many comments as I can, as quickly as I can. So thank you everyone for engaging in that and helping this little nerdy channel grow. And yeah, it really helps support little ZFC with the test projects that we've got coming up, which will hopefully be of interest. And the whole aim of the game is that we'll all grow our knowledge along the way and become ever more low friction, which will be amazing. Okay, so yeah, I did promise last week that I'll have an update on the candle wax test. However, that data update is unfortunately on the computer that is currently on the fritz. Yeah, it's been taken everything just to get me going here on my little backup travel laptop. I'm impressed we're actually here. The show must go on. We must be low friction this coming weekend. So, yeah, apologies. I'll get to that again next week. I'll get it off the cloud for this computer by then if I don't have the other one working. We will skip to a quick update on the chain prep test project that's going, where we're testing how the fancy UFO drivetrain clean and Silkers chain stripper, how they prep our chains as compared to the traditional solvent method. So I have managed to get the graph across on that after a few reboots. One moment. Okay, so I think this type of graph will hopefully work well and be nice and clear for everyone. We can see, so the test is basically 6 intervals of 10 hours per interval. And as always, I'm tracking the wear rate of the chain. So down the bottom here, this is really our benchmark, which is the chain prepared via the normal method of solvent. So being a SRAM factory grease chain that has had a lovely 5 bars of 250 mil of mineral turpentine per bath to remove the rather horrendous SRAM factory grease, followed by 2 bars of methylated spirits or denatured alcohol to ensure there's no film left. And then wax with M-speed wax and run across there the 6 10-hour intervals at tracking the wear rate. Now the next chain, prepping via Ceramic Speed's UFO drivetrain clean. We can see that we have what I'm going to call at the moment a thoroughly inconvenient result. We can see that basically in every interval there has been higher wear. Now I'm going to circle back to this one because we don't want to be getting too concerned just yet. But I'm going to skip to Silka's chain stripper. So the first test of that. This is sort of sitting in between the two, so we can see. So I'm only partway through. I've completed the first two intervals so far. The wear in across interval one, it's greater than the chain prepped via the traditional solvent method, but lower than the ceramic speed drivetrain clean. And same story with interval two. It's kind of sitting in the middle. Now, because traditional solvent prep in especially many parts of the world, obtaining the equivalent of mineral turpentine and methylated spirits can be difficult and expensive, and it's more steps and more faff. So I've been recommending for quite a while the Ceramic Speed UFO drivetrain clean because although it's an expensive product, the actual cost to prep a chain in most cases will be less than going the traditional solvent approach, and it's just a whole bunch easier with less steps. And we did have some pretty detailed information from Ceramic Speed when I had a good chat with the creator of Drivetrain Clean, which is all in the full version of the chain prep guide. So I've had a lot of confidence, in that product. I've been recommending that product for a while. Hence why this initial test result is a tad inconvenient. The reason why, I guess, let's not be too concerned just yet, is because unfortunately the fairly budget level SRAM test chains, I'm using the PC 1130, there's been a lot more variance in the chain wear checking measures than I would like and than what we normally see. So normally I'm using, for the standard lubricant testing, Ultegra 11 speeds are the control test chain. And typically when we get or do the check measures at the start to get our net starting point, the check measures for each section of the chain are very close. So there's very little variance from one section of measure to another. That's not been the case with the PC 1130s. The variance has been quite a lot larger, which is not optimal. As Raoul Lush would say, it's less than ideal. So it just basically means a bit more time and a bit more work and repeated tests. I'm going to push on for a bit. I'm going to obviously complete the first test of the Silka chain stripper. So just using the first bath. I will then be moving to, I guess, the second chain of each through the same bath of cleaning product, because this is really the main aim of the test is, do these products prep the chains as well as traditional solvent, and also the claims from both Silka and Ceramic Speed with regards to how many chains you can dissolve the factory grease off and prep before you need to go to a fresh batch of cleaner. That is a big part of what this test is obviously aimed to assess. So I'm going to move on to the second chains for each and see what results we get. Now, if I get a very similar result, then that is going to lead me more, I guess, to be more inclined that the initial test is correct and that it's not just a chain variance issue. If the test of the next chains is quite different to the first one, then we're going to be needing to repeat, I think, from the start, potentially with I would say a higher level chain. I'm also going to repeat what I've done so far with the, I guess, sort of fairly dependable Ultegra 11-speed chain, because I really need to assess whether or not this sort of wear rate difference versus traditional solvent is actually due to these products not prepping the chain as well, or if it is really just mostly variance from these fairly budget level chains, which I was really not expecting there to be that much variance in their wear measures at all. It shouldn't be like that. Really, the only difference with the budget level chains that typically they just don't have the same level of wear resistant treatment and low friction coatings that the higher level chains have. The rest of the production, one would expect, is going to be pretty similar. So to have such variance between sections of chain has been quite disappointing and a bit of a pain in the butt. So yeah, apologies if that was all a bit rambling, didn't make as much sense. I am, as I mentioned before, in quite a flustered flurry here this afternoon, thanks to wonderful computer times. But that's where we're at. So I'll update again next week. I'll hopefully be more coherent next week, and we'll have a bit more information. But stay tuned. It's going to be quite interesting. But yeah, don't be too concerned yet. This is an inconvenient result, but by no means am I banking the house on that result at this time until we do a whole bunch more checking and retesting. But I mean, bear in mind the claims for these products are fairly high. Part of what both of the Silk Chain Stripper and UFO Drivetrain Clean do claim is that they leave a film behind that I guess promotes wax adhesion to the chain. So they should really be, at a minimum, matching what the traditional solvent approach is doing. Ideally, we do not want to see the wear rates higher than the solvent. We really want to see them lower, and we certainly don't want to see them notably higher. So at this time, I'm hoping it is a chain issue, but yeah, more will come as we go along. If you have used Ceramic Speed Drivetrain Clean or Silka Stripper, and you're worried about that you've maybe given yourself higher wear than um, yeah, prepping by a traditional solvent method, if concerned, or if you're looking to do that because that's the product you bought, just re-wax early for a little bit, just in case there's been any sort of, I guess, lack of adherence as well as traditional solvent that we would like. You can kind of, I guess, negate that issue to a large degree by rather than sort of going the 300, 400 kilometers before you re-wax, just initially re-wax quite early. So maybe around 150, 200 kilometers to start with. Ensure that if there is any bond issue, that's going to be as I guess as strong or as solid as the normal prep method, that you're just negating that by putting a fresh coating on. So that'll just be our sort of go-to back check at the moment. Just for fun while we're here, post each prep, I have been seeing what any residue is left. When we wipe the chain post the prep with the product. So post solvent, we can see the very soft absorbent microfiber cloth. It was pretty much perfect after the solvent clean. This one is, whoops, not the picture I was after. This is Silka's chain stripper. If it will come up, work. Sorry, it's running off the cloud. So we can see there's definitely more, some residue left on there. Post UFO, if this will load, we can see that was also extremely clean, almost very similar to what the solvent was. However, we did see that variance in the wear rate, but I can't stress enough, um, don't be like a sort of mass media tabloid. We don't want to be running away that, oh my God, the fancy cleaning products from Ceramic Speed or Silka don't prep as well as solvent and as their claims. We really have to do a whole bunch more investigation because of the variance in these budget chains. It is a right royal pain in the butt, but yeah, bear with us, and obviously we'll complete the double testing and testing with other chains, repeating those initial blocks as well. And we will know within not too far away if it is an issue with the budget chains, or if there is in fact any concern with these cleaning products versus traditional solvents. So yeah, don't run away in fear yet. Stay tuned. We will get to the bottom of it. Hey everybody, I'm back here on a Friday morning. Sorry for background noise. The test machines have been spooled up since this morning. It's a pain to stop and restart before I dash off to school sports. Yeah, the planned video this week, just with regards to a new 12-speed compatibility update. Epic fail. I did a bunch of recording of the clips after the chain stripper test update yesterday. My little travel laptop ran out of memory, so it's all just an epic fail. I was rushing them anyway, so we're going to mostly assign the win to the computer failing this week, and I will do battle with it again, and hopefully I will win next week, and we'll have a proper update. So I'll have to call it there. Just want to get the at least one little vid update uploaded this week. And hope you all have a super low friction weekend. I will be working hard to have my IT computer life lower friction in this upcoming week. I have kicked off the Windows reinstall, and either that will work or potentially my Alienware laptop will have a hot date with my 10 kilogram sledgehammer and I will go shopping for a desktop. All right. Have a great time, and I will catch you again next week.